Hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley. And today is the third episode in our pursuit of understanding gerunds and infinitives. So we're going to look at a few more special cases today. The last 2 days at this time, we've looked at gerunds and infinitives, when to use the ing form of a verb as a noun, or when to use the infinitive to verb. All right, we've got a few more practical applications to look at, and then we're going to test ourselves, see what we've learned using infinitives and gerunds. Okay. Hey, where is everyone? Hello, Suna.
Hi, Oakley. Where is classmate?
I don't know. Where'd everybody go? I have no idea. Yeah, it's just you and me. Okay, great. One-on-one. One-on-one class. Terrific. All right, we've got a few more things to look at with these finicky, feisty gerunds and infinitives, Suna, and then we'll try some practical use. All right, well, I see no reason not to begin. Okay. I'm going to do a screen share here with you. All right, part 3, gerunds and infinitives. Here we go. Okay, sometimes it's important to know that main verbs can be followed by a gerund or an infinitive, but sometimes it will change the meaning. Okay, for example, Nancy remembered getting married. Here we have the gerund. Okay, she recalled she has a memory of getting married. Of course, what is the difference, Suna, if I say Nancy remembered to get married? Which is very funny and silly, but a totally different meaning. Nancy remembered to get married means, of course, that, oh yeah, today's the day I'm supposed to get married. Okay, Nancy remembered going to work. Okay, she remembers her trip to work. Nancy remembered to go to work. Oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go to work today. Okay, Fred remembered to bring sunblock to the beach. All right. Okay, Fred remembered that he needed to bring sunblock. Fred remembered bringing sunblock to the beach, of course. Suna means what? Not that he remembered that he needed sunblock, but he remembered actually carrying it, right? Okay, so the meaning can change if we change from gerund to an infinitive. Okay, well, looks like you have a couple classmates here, so I want to welcome Nuri. Hello, Nuri.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. I'm late. Sorry.
It's okay. I'd also like to welcome Anas.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Anas?
Yes, it is Anas.
Anas. Okay, thank you. Where are you from, Anas?
I'm from Syria.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, welcome to the class. It's very nice to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and I'd also like to welcome Keiko. Keiko, howdy.
Hi, teacher.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you. And you?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, we're looking at some more peculiarities of gerunds and infinitives, and then we're going to try some practical use. We just started. Basically, I've just pointed out that sometimes with verbs, if you remember, some main verbs have to be followed by a gerund, as opposed to an infinitive. Some main verbs have to be followed by an infinitive. Some verbs can be followed by either, and it's case by case which alternative you need to pick. With main verbs that can be followed by either, I was just pointing out that sometimes it makes a big difference in meaning. For example, the main verb remember getting. Nancy remembered getting married, or Nancy remembered to get married. Oh yeah, I have to get married. It has a very big difference in meaning. Some verbs, however, makes really no difference at all. The two phrases, she likes swimming, she likes to swim. Likes is a main verb that can be followed by gerund or infinitive. These two sentences have really no difference in meaning. Well, I can't say no difference, but the difference is so subtle and small that it really wouldn't hinder communication. All right, so what is the difference in meaning? Okay, using a gerund, all right, suggests that you are referring to real activities or experiences. Using an infinitive suggests potential possible activities or experiences. Okay, so in other words, she likes swimming means she definitely does it. She likes to swim, she likes the idea. All right, so very, very subtle difference. Obviously, she likes the idea, she probably likes to do it as well. Okay, all right. Examples. The British reporter likes living in New York, which suggests he actually lives in New York. The British reporter likes to live in New York whenever he works in the United States. He likes the option, the possibility, the idea of living in New York. So, okay, there is a difference. It's very, very subtle. And to the listener or reader, really, it wouldn't make any difference to comprehension, to understanding. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, I think this is, I like speaking French. Okay, I like the experience. I like to speak French when I'm in France. Okay, I like the option or the idea that I can speak French. All right, so in interchangeable, gerund or infinitive, when you have main verbs, you can use either. The main point being is you have to be careful. Sometimes it changes the meaning. Sometimes the meaning is changed, but so subtly, so small a change, it makes no difference. All right, some particular uses. Be and an adjective combination are commonly followed by infinitives. The verb to be, for example, they were, past tense, of course. They were anxious to begin. Okay. She was delighted to receive. He is lucky, present tense, to have such good friends. Okay. This is a very common combination. Let's try this. There's not many folks in class, so we can do more practice. Suna, can you try making a sentence with be and an adjective? He is anxious. Okay, anxious, delighted, lucky, stressed, freaked out, nervous.
I'm nervous.
Uh,
This.
you're starting out great, yes. I'm nervous, and now an infinitive to
Study English.
I'm nervous to study. I thought you were nervous to speak. Okay. Yeah, that's it. You got it. All right. I don't know why you're nervous to study English, but practically, grammatically, that's exactly what we're looking at. So perfect. Nuri, can you try to be adjective and then a infinitive?
He was determined
Determined.
to finish his work.
Great. Good job. Very practical English right there. Anas, you want to give this a try?
Okay, I'll try. I was interested to watch this match.
Ah. Okay. All right. Now, thank you very much because herein lies the rub, as Mr. Bill Shakespeare would say. Okay. Here's the problem. Now, in English,
What?
we have normal verb, preposition, collocations that exist. In reality, we also have anti-collocations, things that never happen. We never say interested to.
In.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Which would change it. Now, of course, we have to have the preposition interested to, but this doesn't. I'm sorry, interested in. I was
Okay.
interested in to watch won't work. Okay. We learned
Okay.
yesterday, you weren't here, but that's okay. We learned yesterday most other prepositions are followed by gerunds. And here's where this comes into practical application. I was interested in watching this match. So,
Okay.
Anas, you're wrong, but thank you very much because this brings up a very, very important point. When you have normal verb, preposition, collocations, you can't supersede those phrases. All right, you can't, you just can't do it. Sorry to say.
Okay.
So you're going to have to change your sentence structure.
Okay.
Okay, but thank you. That was a valuable point. You're helping me.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, Cal, you want to try this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am happy to be here.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And then an infinitive with the verb to be. Okay, and that's a perfectly good sentence. I am happy to be here. All right. Perfect. All right, can't argue with that at all. All right, now, another particular point, there are also many nouns commonly followed by infinitives. Decision. Okay. It was a good decision to move to San Francisco. Yeah, it's just kind of like a collocation. It was a good decision moving to San Francisco. No. His wish to become an actor was well known. All right, Laura's desire to improve. These are just basically kind of collocations. All right. There is no rule here. it really has to do with the actual dictionary definition, the meaning of the word, and really a case-by-case basis. Basically, you would have to learn the whole thing is really a phrase, collocation, set. It's almost a set phrase, a group of words that you kind of have to remember in total, all together. So, yeah, there's no real rule to be learned here. So I'm just going to move on. Okay, here is another very practical use of infinitives to express the idea of in order to do something. Okay, he did this so he could do that. He bought the English dictionary to look up difficult words. Or another way to phrase it, another way to conceive of it, in order to look up words. Okay, Janine sold her car to get the money. Why did she sell the car? Answering the question, she did this, why? In order to do that. Juan uses EnglishPage.com to learn English. Ooh, a subtle advertisement there. In order to learn. Okay, so this is very practical uses. Okay, I am here. Well, okay. Well, that's an adjective. I'm here to learn English. Oh, okay. Okay, that goes back to the first thing we practiced. Okay. He did this to do that. Okay. Another practical use. To, T-O-O, plus an adjective or adverb, plus an infinitive. The box is too heavy to carry. The television is too expensive to buy. Another very practical, common use of infinitive. Let's try this one. Nuri, can you use a to whatever plus an infinitive?
The weather is too cool.
What?
No, too. Wait.
Okay. Yes.
In this moment, I out of my city, and I have bad signals, and I hear you with echo.
Really? Okay.
But my sentence is
To hear.
Sorry.
the weather. Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, but
The weather is very hot. Or too hot. I don't know if it's correctly say too hot, or I have to say very hot to walk.
No, that is perfectly correct. The weather is too hot to work is perfectly correct. That's exactly what we're looking for. That is exactly an example of what we're doing. Thank you. Sorry if there's an echo. Keiko, you question, comment? Yes.
This subject is not so easy to learn in only in only one class. No, to learn is not. Yeah, it's too difficult to learn in only one class.
There you go. Yeah, too hard, too difficult, very common. All right. Too difficult to learn, too hard to do, too. Yeah, that's very common collocation. Okay. Anas?
Okay. That player's injury is too hard to get over quickly.
Okay. Okay. Are you talking about Neymar?
Exactly.
I knew it. Okay.
Is too hard.
Mm,
To get over.
get over. Yeah, okay, get over. All right. Quickly.
Quickly.
All right. Yep. Good example. Perfect. Who are you
Thank you.
rooting for? Anas, Germany or Brazil?
I
Who is
was with Germany, but I'm in general with Italy.
Okay. All right. Well,
To be honest.
okay. And no one blames you for that, Anas. It's okay.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm joking with you. Suna, can you give me an example of two
Yes.
crazy to deal with?
It's
Yeah.
too dangerous to play with kids.
Again, from the beginning?
It's
Okay,
it is too dangerous to play with child.
with child. Now, what are you meaning here? It's dangerous to play with, first of all, child are countable, but of course, when we count them, it's 3 children, right?
Mm.
Since it's a countable noun and you're talking in general, you would use the plural. Okay, children. And really, okay, this sentence is grammatically correct, but really, do you mean, are you trying to say that playing with children is dangerous? Which you may have a point. Or do you mean that something is too dangerous for children to play with?
Right. Right.
Ah. Okay, well, that's a different idea. And so you would have to. Your sentence means it's dangerous to play with children. Children
Yes.
have sharp claws and teeth, and they throw dirt in your eyes. Oh my gosh, children are dangerous and scary. Run away from the children. Okay. All right, let's change this and see how the meaning changes. It's too dangerous. Difference in meaning here. These 2 sentences mean something completely different. All right. Here, the children shouldn't play with whatever it is. Dynamite. Children should not play with dynamite. It's a very, very bad idea. Okay. And your first sentence means that the children themselves are inherently dangerous, which could be true. Yeah. Okay. All right. Another particular use of the infinitive, adjective and adverb plus enough. She is tall enough to reach the book on the shelf. This is very similar to the idea to something, to adjective. Okay. It's just using the concept of enough, and too means, too much, more than is necessary. Enough, of course, means, okay, just the amount which works. Enough. She's tall enough to reach the book on the shelf, smart enough to enter college. She runs quickly enough to win the race. Here we have an adverb and followed by enough. Another very common use. It's really basically the same idea we just looked at. Okay, very similarly, enough and a noun, or plural noun, makes no difference. He has enough money to buy his own car. Terrific. Cheryl owns enough books to start her own library. Diane needs enough time to finish writing her book. Again, very, very common. And obviously, we need to have an infinitive. He has enough money. Buying his own car makes no sense. So a gerund totally is impossible here. Cheryl owns enough books, starting her own library. Okay, gerunds just are completely incomprehensibly silly. Okay. Certain expressions are followed by ing forms. Wow. Okay, this is basically talking. We're basically talking set phrases. He had fun fishing. They had difficulty finding a parking place. Okay, they had difficulty to find a parking place. No, it was difficult to find a parking place. Yeah, that's what we practiced. The first thing, the verb to be, adjective, and an infinitive. So yeah, you often have alternate sentence structures. All right, you can use an infinitive with this sentence structure. You use a gerund with this sentence structure. She spent her time practicing the piano. All right, this is not going to spend a lot of time on this because basically these are kind of set phrases. He had fun, and you just have to learn them case by case. However, another practical, not rule, but a very normal pattern is verb of location and the gerund. All right, this is much more useful. Sarah stood at the corner waiting for Tom. Okay. Notice the prepositional phrase to indicate location. Melissa lay, main, okay, subject, lay, main verb. Prepositional phrase to indicate location, in bed. Thinking, that's the pattern, okay. Dawn clung, ooh. Interesting main verb here. Where? To the side of the cliff. Gerund, looking down. Now this one's worth practicing because it is definitely a pattern. Okay. Keiko, you want to try this one? Subject, main verb, prepositional phrase to for location or place.
I am here participating in the class.
Okay, in this case, the
it's
here.
So obvious.
Okay. All right. All right. So you don't need a prepositional phrase. Thank you for pointing that out.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you do have
a present continuous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It is a present continuous. You're right. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's a different thing, and followed by a preposition. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, teacher, may I try another sentence?
Sure you can.
I stayed on the corner looking passers-by.
Okay.
Looking the passers-by.
Okay.
Looking at the passers-by.
Oh, passers-by. There's a difficult word.
I think there is a hyphen between passers and by. Passer and by.
Yeah. Ow, hang on. Hey, sorry, I'm working. I can't talk to you. Oh, man. Great. Hello. Hello?
Okay, teacher.
Can you hear me? Okay, sorry about that.
Yes.
I just had an intruder in my house. Someone just walked into my house. Opened the door and walked right in. So I had to go make them go away. Sorry about that. I ripped the headset right off my head. So That was odd. I had to go tell somebody to get out of my house right now. Sometimes the Philippines is very strange. Culture shock. People just feel they can walk in your house. If the door's open, then they just walk right in. They don't knock. Amazing. Freaks me out, you know. If this was America, of course, I would just shoot him in the head. You just don't do that. Wow. It kind of freaked me out.
There are neighbors. Are they neighbors? Your neighbors?
Yeah, he is a neighbor, as
Okay.
a matter of fact, but still, difference in culture. You just don't walk into somebody's house or someone's room or whatever. In my culture, so it freaks me out when that happens. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I just freaked out. I freaked out in my house seeing someone just walk in the door. Ooh, look there! I used this structure. Ooh. Okay, let's continue.
Put the phrase there, teacher.
Sure.
It seems to be interesting.
In my house. Watching. Okay, maybe seeing.
Okay.
One just walk in the door. There you go. Oh, there's another gerund there too. Okay. Without knocking. Here's we got double gerund clauses here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anas.
Okay.
Okay. Back to reality. All right. Main verb, prepositional phrase, and a gerund.
Okay. John is in the library trying to find a good book to learn programming.
Very good. Perfect. And very common structure. John is in the library trying to find. Oh, then we have a infinitive. Trying to find. Very good. This does happen. We've seen this a couple times in the last couple days, looking at gerunds and infinitives, where sometimes we have a gerund followed by an infinitive. Sometimes it goes the other way. Okay, trying to find. All right, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but very good. Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks. Valentine, welcome to the class. Valentine.
Hello.
Hi. Is that correct, Valentine?
Valentine is my name, yes.
Okay, very good. Welcome to the class, Valentine.
Thank you.
I'm going to skip you for now because you don't really know what's going on, but I'll get back to you, and I'm gonna have you practice some stuff with us later.
No problem. I'm putting all my.
Okay. Nuri, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. Nuri, can you try this structure?
I have one, but I don't sure. I always sit on the bed waiting to my breakfast.
Okay.
It's not clear to me if I have to say waiting for my breakfast or waiting to my breakfast.
Well, okay. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
That's better. And yeah, your intuition is correct. It should be for. You do not. This is a very, very common mistake, actually, for second language speakers. I'm waiting to my friend. Oh, I've heard that so many times. No, you're not. You're waiting for your friend. purpose. For shows purpose with a noun. I use a fish pole, okay, for catching fish. You use to show purpose when it's a verb. I need a fish pole to catch fish. To catch. All right? Well, here I'm using an infinitive, right? But if you think about it a different way, prepositions, you generally use for when you're thinking about purpose, noun. You generally use an infinitive when you're thinking about purpose, verb. Okay? So there's a general rule for you. Suna, you gonna try this structure?
Yes.
Verb. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I waited at the bus station. Taking bus.
Wait a minute. Okay. I waited at the bus station. Taking bus. Well, no. Okay. You wouldn't be taking a. Okay. That doesn't quite work. I waited at the bus station. Okay. What were you doing while you were waiting at the bus station? Obviously, you weren't taking a bus because that doesn't make sense. How could you wait and at the same time be taking a bus? Do you understand?
Yes.
These are two things that cannot simultaneously happen at the same time. You can't wait and go at the same time. Not possible. So, what were you doing while you were waiting at the bus station?
Reading a book to kill time.
For example, yes, you can wait and read a book at the same time. All right. So the concept being that you're sitting on the bed and you're waiting at the same time. You're being in the library and you're trying to find a book at the same time. I'm freaking out and I'm seeing someone at the same time. All right. So that's the idea. Okay, both. You're basically talking about simultaneous actions. Oh.
To kill time, infinitive, to kill.
To kill, which is a great phrase, by the way. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, okay, this last bit we're not going to do. The idea being that gerund and infinitive forms will fit into simple, progressive, or continuous tenses, passive, perfect tenses, passive, progressive. We could look at examples of all that, but we're not going to because that would be torture. Just keep this in mind. You can use gerund forms or infinitive forms with all verb tenses and active or passive. Let me show you an example of passive, though. The students enjoy being taught. All right, the verb to be, past participle. Of course, all right, very common. Or infinitive, the students want to be taught. Okay, notice the verb to be is in between to and the past participle taught. All right, this is a passive form. Yeah.
When please tell me if what I will say is correct or not. Okay. If I can ask a question, for example, what do the students enjoy?
Okay.
Being taught. Being taught is like a direct object, and then being instead of to be. Is
Okay.
it correct?
Wait a minute. Let me understand your question. So, is this like, are you talking about like a dialect, like A B? A says, "What do the students enjoy?" and B says, "Being taught."
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Like
being
that?
taught works like a direct object. What
Well,
do they enjoy? They enjoy being taught.
okay.
They enjoy being taught.
Okay. They enjoy being taught.
When the answer is a direct object, I use the gerund form. According to my reasoning,
Okay.
this is the question. I am thinking rightly.
Let's see. They enjoy. Whoops. I can't spell marshmallows. They enjoy marshmallows. All right. Well.
What do they enjoy? Marshmallows.
Okay. Subject.
Direct object.
Direct object. Right. Okay. Okay. Being taught here is functioning as a noun. The concept. They enjoy freedom. Okay. It's an abstract noun used as a direct object, correct?
Yeah.
They enjoy freedom. Okay. Being taught is a concept. Here it's really functioning as an object noun. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed? Can you see that? How they're the same? They enjoy freedom. They enjoy being taught.
Yeah. It seems to be that it works like a direct object.
Sure seems that way.
And then I use the gerund.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you have to use gerund here because of enjoy, you know, just to further complicate things. Yeah, because I enjoy to eat marshmallows doesn't work. I enjoy eating marshmallows. Let's try like. They like being taught. Now, like, we know that we can use a gerund or an infinitive. So they like to learn, for example. They like being taught. They like to learn. How about that?
Yeah, but if I was I were use the verb like, I would ask what do they like to? They like to be taught, or
okay, with the infinitive, they like to be taught. I mean, with the passive. They like to be taught. Okay. Okay. So actually, it's working as a complement, right? It's actually a subject complement. Subject, because it's complement, it's talking about the subject because the action is happening to the subject because it's a passive. So it is functioning as a subject complement. They like to be taught.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you.
A little logic and wow, serious brain exercise there. Ouch! I needed aspirin. Holy Moses. Okay. Yeah, that was just serious bit of logical thinking there. Okay, breathe, breathe. Okay, let's try some practical application and a little bit of speaking for the last 12, 13 minutes here. Here we go. Speaking, and if you would like to elaborate, if you'd like to say more, please do. Describe a vivid event I'll never forget. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Nuri, start with you. I'll never forget what? What is
My
something
first dance.
Please do not use a noun. Okay, do not use a noun. I should have said that. We're trying to use a gerund or an infinitive. My first, okay, is a noun. And yes, you can use a noun phrase. Can you use an infinitive or a gerund?
Dancing. My first dancing.
Okay, I'll never forget dancing for the first time.
Okay.
Okay, you can definitely use a noun clause, and that's an alternative. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as we say. There's more than one way to phrase an idea in English. Absolutely, you can say, I'll never forget my first dance. Okay, but I'll never forget dancing for the first time is another way to say it. Okay. When was that, Nuri? Where were you? Your first dance?
In the school.
Okay. You had school dances?
Yes.
Yeah. They were very embarrassing events, as I remember. Okay. Valentine, sorry. I'm afraid I often postpone.
I don't get the phrase. I'm afraid, and I often postpone. I don't get it. I don't know what that means. Often postpone. Usualmente pospongo. Somebody in Spanish could help me, maybe.
Okay, let me see if I can explain. First of all, as basically a signal phrase, a transition phrase, I'm afraid, we're apologizing. I'm afraid I will be late to class tomorrow. I'm afraid I've ruined your shirt. I'm sorry. It's apologies. Okay, very common expression to start an apology or to make an excuse, actually, which is a form of apology. And then the second part, I often means many times. Postpone means to delay. We need to postpone the meeting from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So there you go.
I'm afraid I often postponed my show today if I was an artist.
Okay. I'm afraid I often postpone my show. Again, you're using a noun clause, and that's okay. That's grammatically correct. I'm afraid I often postpone showing my artwork is using a gerund. Again, it's valuable to note that you can phrase it either way. You can use a gerund as a noun, as an object noun, or you can use a noun, of course, as an object noun, obviously. Okay. It's also worth noting, postpone the verb, you cannot use an infinitive. I often postpone to write letters. No, I often postpone writing letters. Okay.
Right.
Thanks. All right. Sure. Yes, Keiko?
Teacher, in this sentence, it could be, I'm afraid I often postponing my duties.
No, you would have to make
Or
a
my task
continuous.
is.
No,
And
you would have to use a continuous tense. You need the verb to be. I'm afraid I am often postponing my duties. Which case you have a present continuous verb.
the verb to be, could the verb um, to be the verb to be the verb to be
Keiko.
absent or
Keiko,
I don't.
I must ask you, to be or not to be? That is the question.
That's the question. Okay.
Sorry, Keiko, I had to say that. You know, I couldn't let that go by.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your question? I'm sorry.
I think about the verb. I am trying to discover the word for oculto, absent. Absent, the verb to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Could it be absent? For example,
In this
instead of
sentence?
say instead of
Okay.
to say I am often postponing, I would rather say I often postponing. I'm afraid I often postponing.
No, it's just not possible.
Putting the verb the am verb to be absent after the second I, the second
What?
pronoun I.
You've gotta don't consider I'm afraid as being an actual. This is more like for the most part, actually, occasionally. This is a transition phrase, and you really have to think about it as a unit. Don't consider it as subject, verb, adjective. That's not what it is. You have to think about it a different way. So
Okay.
you can eliminate it, just like you can say occasionally I go to the store. You can get rid of occasionally. I go to the store. But so if you eliminate that, throw it away, think of it as a prepositional phrase, as a relative clause, something that you can throw away and not alter the meaning of the sentence. If that is true, then I often postpone.
Writing my text.
I
Yeah.
often postpone writing my text. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay, teacher.
Postpone is the main verb. So, yeah, you don't need to be necessarily.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we? Who are we? Anas.
Okay.
Ooh, this is interesting. Okay.
When I'm not feeling confident, I dread standing to make a speech.
Yeah. You and me both. Okay, very good. Nice.
As usual.
I dread standing or standing to make a speech, or I dread making a speech. Either one. Okay.
I dread trembling.
You dread trembling?
No, the sentence only, teacher. Only an example.
Okay. Here's my example. When I'm not feeling confident, I dread teaching grammar. Which is absolutely true. I promise you. Okay. K-Cow. Let's try this one.
As a child, I would often pretend to act that role.
Okay. Oh boy. As a child, I would often pretend to act.
To act
Okay.
that role.
To act that role. Ah, okay. Like cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians, army men. I get it. Okay. Okay. I would often pretend to act that whole. Okay.
Role.
All right.
Because
Totally different
the
meaning.
R in Portuguese, the R is sounds like ache, like
H.
H,
Yeah.
yeah, in English, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I gotcha. All right. Uh, Nuri, what have you always meant? Nuri?
Yes, I think. Um, uh, grocery. Buy groceries. I always meant
Really? Oh, come
go.
on.
Yeah, I don't like to go to the supermarket.
I don't like to go to the supermarket. Oh, there's an infinitive. Okay, I have always meant to go food shopping. Okay, well, hang on a second. Okay, first of all, you are correct. This is a very, very normal collocation of words. I've always meant to do something. This I have always meant is always followed by an infinitive, never by a gerund. I have always meant shopping. Makes no sense at all. But Nuri, come on. We use this phrase to express something that you have never ever done before in your life. So Nuri, are you telling me you have
Okay.
never entered a supermarket in your entire life?
No, no.
I didn't
I
think
think
so.
that is for things that you don't like to do
No, it is not.
frequently.
This is for things that you have never done before. For example, I have always meant to go skydiving. Um, I have
Uh,
always meant to try eating alligator. Oh, wait a minute. I have done that before. Okay.
I'm
So what have you
para,
never done, Nuri?
I don't know how do you say parapente?
Parapente.
Yes.
I love the sound of that.
This is skydiving. Yes.
Skydiving? Oh,
Yes, it's the same
skydiving.
word.
Parapente? I love the
Parapente.
parapente.
Yes.
Parachuting. I get it. Parapente.
I have always meant uh,
Okay. And very common to try. So actually the whole phrase really very much a set phrase. I have always meant to try something.
and how do you say parapente? Glider?
Skydiving or parachuting.
Okay. But I have to use with infinitive. I have always meant to.
Yeah, to try. Or I have always meant to skydive. Okay, it's possible. It
Okay.
doesn't always have to be to try, but it's very common to use to try, meaning, you know, something you would like to test out one time. Okay. I absolutely loathe, okay, meaning you hate, I absolutely loathe stopping this class. I absolutely loathe to stop this class. That's not true. I have to stop the class, guys, because my time is up. Oh, but
Well,
thank you
what a
very
shame.
much. You guys have a great day
Thanks.
or evening.